Anyways, so hey guys,
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Lisa
and I'm Amelia.
and we're back with another video. This time we're together to do the video. So basically we are going to introduce ourselves a little bit more and tell you what our video will be about, and also we'll get into today's topic.
Okay, well, basically, um, we are best friends. We've been best friends for about 3 years and counting. About 3 years, right? About 3 years. Sorry about it. We are a little shy, however, but we've been best friends about 3 years. We attended the same secondary school together, but she was in a class like a year older than me or something like that. Yeah, and she stayed back, so we end up in the same class. So that's how we became best friends or whatever. Um, well, today, well, this basically this video is going to be about pranks. We will be having Q&A, meaning questions and answers, meaning you guys will ask us questions in the comment section and we will be 100% responsive to your questions and honest. Right? And I said pranks already, right? I'm getting old, man. Anyways, so pranks, Q&A, bear positive vibes from now and again, or whatever you say it is.
We have some funny videos.
Yeah, a few funny videos. Probably, we might do a few skits, right? A few comedy skits. Well, that would have to be planned out. Good. So, cause we don't want to get asked humanists, right? So, today we're going to look at 5 rules to living a happier life. Well, the first rule is to love yourself. Like I said in my previous video, if you don't love yourself, you can't afford to love anybody else. Isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
So you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say that, oh, I am beautiful. You wake up and you learn to be positive. You know, not just waking up and learning to be positive, but loving yourself naturally, loving everything about you. I know you're not gonna love everything about yourself. You're gonna have faults about you. Everybody's not perfect, but we usually try to be in some sort of way. We are not perfect. We are human beings. It's okay to go do something wrong, and it's not okay to do something wrong, but sometimes you don't be conscious of what you're doing, right?
Mistakes do happen.
Yeah, things do happen, and you gotta learn how to forgive yourself and bypass it. Forgive and forget and keep moving on. I know some things they're going to be in your life. Sometimes there are going to be things in your life that you cannot forget, but you know, it happens. It's life. We are going to make mistakes. We are going to have difficulties, problems, challenges, but we gotta know how to get past them, how to move around the situation, right? So I want to say to you, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Always be true to you. Sometimes it's good to put yourself first because you notice that is the only realest person you would ever meet inside your life, yourself. Right? The second one
is do good. Now you do good unto others as you would want them to unto you. No matter how bad that person is to you. Let's say for instance your friend is being mean to you and they're suffering in a specific subject area. You're gonna help them. You like do good to help them because you know they're your fellow mates. And as much as they're mean, there's always a good side in everyone, you know. Sometimes you don't know what they're going through at home or what is happening in their life makes them act the way they do. So
Not everybody is perfect.
Yes,
You're gonna get
nobody is
challenges.
perfect. Some of them might just want it with fame, but deep down inside there's always a soft person, and the person probably goes through a lot, and they like grow up in an environment that their family argue, or just grow up with family just do
Abuse, like abusive homes.
yeah.
You grow up seeing your parents hitting at each other.
Yes, and arguing,
Yeah.
and talking at each other in a certain way, so you adapt to that and you start acting like that individual, and you're gonna be like, why should I help you, and you're being mean to me, but there's a reason why you should help. You choose to be different, you choose to help, and you're going to see the difference in people. Sometimes people just do stuff to also get your attention.
Yeah. But one thing I learned in life, not every situation deserves a reaction. Not every problem deserves a reaction. You might see somebody treating you a certain type of way, or somebody being a certain type of way. 99.9, the problem is not you, the problem is them.
Yes.
They have some corruption and problem going on in their life, so they try or tend to make you feel some sort of way, or make you feel some type of way about yourself.
Yes, because they're gonna be like down talking you, and then you're gonna be like you're true, and you're gonna start thinking less of yourself, wishing that you in the best you is being you.
Yeah, being you is all that matters. The third one, harm no one. Like I said, harm no one. You don't hurt anybody in this life, because you realize when you do certain things to people, you talk about them, or you belittle them or whatever, it will turn around to affect you later down in life. You will find out that, oh well, when you do this thing, it's like me, the guy was saying, you do good, you hold good, right? So when you do good, good gonna follow you, but if you do bad, bad gonna follow you in the long run. So you try your best not to harm anybody in life. I know, like I said, we are not perfect. We will never be perfect, but at least we can try to be a little on that side of being perfect. You know what I mean?
No man's perfect, but you're perfect in God's eyes.
Yeah, in God's eyes. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that don't try to hurt anybody, because even if it wouldn't fall back on you when you have children, it would definitely fall back on your children. Or if you don't, sometimes when you behave a certain way, you realize that when it's time for you to have children, you cannot have children, because your whole life and background is so messed up of the amount of things you did to hurt other people. So it's like all the cries of their feelings and their
curses. Because people can but you'll never get over this, or you'll always be like this way forever, and it do happen.
It do happen.
So
the
the fourth one is being positive. Now it's always important that you keep a positive vibes, as we said in the mention that our videos will be a lot of positivity. So when you're being positive, it builds your self-esteem, and it helps to build you, grow you. Because if you're negative about certain stuff, and you're negative about yourself, then you won't be no kind of a person that will be confident in yourself. Because if for instance, somebody is going to be telling you girl, you're ugly. You're not ugly, you're beautiful. So you should be always positive, and also no matter what or how hard it is, you try to be, because being positive, it means a lot, and it will also show people who you are, and want people to get to know you, not just keeping a negative vibes, acting like somebody you're not, or just
learn to be yourself.
Yes,
being yourself being yourself is the best thing you could ever be in life. Yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't ever try to be like anybody else.
If you know you're crazy, that's you. Getting crazy.
And
the last one,
what I have to say is be positive, right? You're gonna have something that you might want to get done, or you want to do in life, and you come to terms that, oh, I might can get this done because I don't have this sort of qualification, I don't have this knowledge about it, I don't have this wisdom about it, and you just talking to yourself like that. You're not going to get anywhere. That's called being negative. That's called full of negativity. Right? You have to learn to be positive. Think that, oh well, if I do this, it can come out good.
Yes.
Right?
Always
If
have
you
faith.
put negativity in front, negativity shall follow you. And that's something that I took a little time to realize. Because if you know me, before I used to be real negative about certain things. I used to say, oh God, I ain't gonna get you with this, and this ain't gonna happen, and that kind of thing I talking. But when I realized that when I start putting negativity and negativity start following me, I said, no, this is not for me. I can bear positivity in this thing, but I can't handle though.
Yes, and also
So-
it's I can do all things through Christ
Who strengthens me? Like
So,
I said in my previous video.
yeah, so it's always good to stay positive, and there are verses in the Bible that you can actually read that will help you, stay on that positive track.
Yeah. Like I said, we're not perfect, so we're just going to just share stuff that we observe and we learned, and it probably could help somebody in the near future, right? We're not perfect, so
It's
know.
perfect.
nobody's perfect.
And the last one is always forgive. Now, as
Mhm.
Amelia mentioned earlier, you always forgive. You might not forget what that person did to you, but you should always forgive, because God sent His Son to die for us, for our sins, and He forgave us. Every time we sin, we go to prayer, and He forgives us of our sin. We repent, and He forgives. So why can't you just forgive someone that did something bad to you? Probably they wronged you. They did it multiple times, but it's always good to forgive. Forgive, you have a pure heart. But once you keep, that is going to be building and building and building, and eventually it's going to, start telling on you, because that person was sincere apologizing to you, and you did it. They did something wrong to you. It wasn't like intentional, and you keep that as a grudge, because this person do me this wrong, and he's supposed to do this or she's supposed to do that. But once you can't forgive others, well, then you yourself needs forgiving, because you need to forgive yourself to forgive others. No one's perfect, and you might need forgiveness from someone. So God's forgiven you, so why can't you forgive others?
Yeah.
Because He forgives you every time you go to pray. He forgives you, whether you might not, like He never forgive me, but He does. So why can't you just forgive others? No man can judge someone but God. No one's perfect. No one can judge anybody. But forgiveness, it's something that we all should learn to do.
Yes. Always forgive yourself. Forgive people for anything that they have done, said to you. I know it's going to hurt. I know that deep down inside everybody has feelings, right? And we all are going to feel a certain way if somebody just come up to you and say, I don't like you, or there are some parents who say some hurtful things.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't mean it, but you deep down inside you will be like, oh, my mother and father don't really like me because they tell me this and they ain't supposed to tell me though. Like, for example, you get me vexed or something, drop from a coconut tree and things that are like shy tail. But not all the time, but not all the time.
Well, let me say, for instance, your mother or father tells you that you're cross. Now, it's bad for a parent to curse a child, but then again, the parent, well, sometimes they might be upset, but again, they're probably, well, we can say that they did it because of out of anger. We don't know, but that you might have got your parents vexed to just tell you that you're acting like a cross, or some parents just do it because they want to pull the children up, or because everybody does things differently.
Yeah, like they set tough loving.
And
not
better
everybody.
to spell the rod and spirit child.
Yeah.
Is that right? And spirit rod, spirit, no, spirit.
Something. Something.
All right. So yes, and as well, let me see another example. So when I was in school, Every time my grandmother used to fell sick, I used to cry a lot. And there, my mother told me I'm crying like a bitch because I'm crying all the time. Every time my grandmother, felt sick or something wrong, I'm always crying because, it's my grandmother that like she gonna miss you. But then when I realized, Lisa is right, you're always crying, but crying wouldn't help it. But she was upset. She see me crying every minute, whole day. Before I get up and do my work, I crying. Before I pick up, I'm in school for go to school. Before I get ready for school, I'm always crying. I walk on the road and I cry. People want to know like if I have problems at home, which I did not. But it's like when you're connected to someone, you don't want to let them go. You want to hold them closer. You want to keep them by your side. And when she told that to me, I was angry because yes, I was because my mom was gonna tell me I'm crying like a little bitch. Like she's like telling me I'm crying like a little bitch. I feel like we, and then our neighbors were there, and I was like, so what if my neighbors start telling me it's a little bitch, because you do things. I do things and stuff because she's told me I'm crying like a bitch, and then my neighbor was watching, and he's smiling up, and he might want to get disrespectful too. So as parents, you should mind what you're telling your children because that's what it can
affect them.
Yes, it can affect them and make them neglected and depressed because as parents, it's not good to talk to your child a certain way. Even though yes, they might be a bad child,
they might be delinquent.
Yeah, disgusting and stuff, but it's even if you're vexed, you pull them in a corner or wait till you're inside, and talk to them talk to them. But it's not good to curse your child, nor it's not good to like talk to children in a certain way because they start to feel a certain way, and as your children, they started to do stuff that you won't expect them to do because
they're hurt deep down inside.
My mother doesn't care about me. She always tells me whatever she feels like telling me. And then other people start, after a while, other people around you will start, saying the same stuff your parents told you because everybody at the table and your mother just tell you something bad. And then a couple days after, you just gotta walk in the road and everybody can tell you what your mother told you, right? And it can be like a habit because your mother started it, your parents started it. It can be a friend as well, started it. So it's always have respect for each other, big or small. Just like you have respect for your parents should have respect for you.
Yeah. So that's it for today, and we hope you liked the video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your post notifications so that you will be notified when we upload our next video. Right?
And also comment in the comment section below and tell us what you think of this video. Also give us suggestions on what video next we should do, or
what video you want us to do, like what you guys will be interested in. And you can ask us questions. We could, like we said, we could have a Q&A. Like if you want to get to know us, you could ask us questions and we will be 100% honest with you in our next video, the Q&A video that we post, right? So thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking, and we'll see you another time.
Bye.